This NHL team just lost a very important player. Now, I know there have been a lot of concerns regarding the Toronto Maple Leafs roster, and rightfully so. Most people had them as the powerhouse team in the Atlantic Division, and they just have not been that team. One area that has really held them back, not only this season, but in the past as well, is their goaltending. But this year, Toronto has basically found themselves a guy in their own system, Joseph Woll. Woll has been a very solid goalie for the Maple Leafs this season, playing in 15 games where he averaged a .916 save percentage, a 2.80 goals against average, winning in 8 out of his 15 games. Well, unfortunately for the Maple Leafs, their new goalie has suffered a lower body injury last game against the Ottawa Senators, sidelining him after a very solid start to the year. There is no injury report out yet on Woll, so it's uncertain at this time how long he will be sidelined and what the injury is, but this could not have come at a worse time. Because of this, Toronto is now forced to go to a tandem of Martin Jones and Ilya Samsonov, who, let's just say, aren't playing their best hockey as of late. Samsonov has played in 10 games this season with 4 wins, averaging an .878 save percentage and a 3.58 goals against average, while Martin Jones has only played in 1 game where he has a .900 save percentage and a 6.23 goals against average. So I think it's safe to say they won't have very reliable goaltending while Woll is out for the near future. Now, in the past 8 games, the Leafs have had their games decided by 1 goal, which means you need to have good defense and goaltending to ensure that the game ends up in your favor. And unfortunately for Toronto, they may start losing more of these games because of the goaltending loss. I want to be very fair to this team. I'm a believer in their offensive unit, and I think they have a lot of studs. And I also know that they have a ton of injuries, especially when it comes to their defense. Main guys like Liljegren, Klingberg, and Giordano have been sidelined for a bit, so it's not all entirely roster construction. But at this point, you need to start thinking about the needs of the roster for the postseason. Your record looks solid so far, but there are a lot of games that could have gone either way. Did you know that of the 13 wins, the Leafs have only won 5 in regulation, meaning that they're finishing more games in overtime than they are in regulation, which is nuts for a team that should be a cup favorite. The Leafs are currently hovering over a wild card spot right now, and Treliving needs to address their defensive depth issues if they want to be taken seriously. But Leaf fans, what are you guys thinking right now? Are you worried about Woll missing some time, and how will it impact this team for the next couple of weeks? Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Like this video and subscribe to the channel. I will see you guys in the next one.